So this channel is now an experiment. You see, I hypothesize that there is an audience of people out there, and maybe you belong to this audience, maybe you're one of them, that just wants something real. And when I say real, I don't mean just like no AI and that sort of thing. And in another video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on AI, and it's probably not what you think when you view this video in particular and how this channel is going right now. So basically, I feel like, and I've mentioned this before, there's too many tricks, there's too many ways that people are manipulating your human psychology and using these tactics that I feel are disingenuine. And this channel, I want to be kind of the opposite of that, even if it means that it's never successful by mainstream means. So, I don't ever need to have a ton of subscribers. I don't ever need to be generating a ton of money or even any money on this channel. It would be nice, but it's not a prerequisite for why I'm doing this. And the idea of things like sponsorships and stuff like that, I'm not strictly opposed to working with other companies and all of that. So I just want to say that now it's not about taking that type of a stance, but it is about being just as real and genuine as possible. So a lot of my videos, I've been standing in this exact spot, just talking to the camera, and there's a reason for that. And that's because I'm establishing a baseline. I'm establishing, what is this channel capable of under these exact circumstances with this type of filming. The lighting right now is literally natural light coming through a doorway behind the camera. The audio, obviously I'm wearing a mic, so there's some effort put in there. I'm using my phone for a camera, but it's a pretty good camera if you ask me, so it makes sense. But I don't have studio lighting. I don't have any actual useful soundproofing. There is a little bit in this room from when this used to be an animation studio, but it is not very effective right now. So yeah, it's not about making garbage content either. I want to ultimately make content that is thought-provoking, that is engaging, that encourages viewers to participate in a dialogue and conversation. And how exactly I'm going to do that is largely yet to be seen. Like I said, right now I'm just establishing a baseline. I have a lot of ideas that I want to work on. I have a lot of projects that I'm currently working on, and I want to share all of that. I am also doing this just to document my life for me. So in the future, I want to be able to look back and understand where I was at, what I was going through, what I was working on, and look back fondly, hopefully, on it. So it's serving multiple purposes, I guess, but essentially, I like the idea of just doing something just to see how it goes and not really having any expectations placed on it. Just saying, you know what, I'm curious about this, and so I'm going to do it. I'm going to attempt it. And that's kind of how I live my life in a lot of ways. I just have ideas. I'm curious about whether or not they will work, and then I pursue them. And I find it just as fun to fail as it is to succeed. Partly because I have to find that somewhat appealing or enjoyable, or else I would have given myself a million reasons to not do anything anymore. So yeah, this channel is going to be a lot about random projects I'm doing. It's going to be a lot of just interaction and talking to the camera and hopefully engaging with like-minded people. You're not going to see any special thumbnails. If that's something that you're looking for, well, you probably never clicked on this video to begin with. Titles are going to be whatever pops into my head that makes the most sense. And the content is going to be about things that interest me personally and things that I want to talk about or showcase. So that could be anything. This channel used to be an animation channel. It still gets most of the views that it gets are from animations that I made years and years ago that I wouldn't even say went viral, but this channel has over 1 million views, and I would say 75% or more of those views, probably more, like probably 80 to 90% of the views on this channel through its lifetime have been from probably 3 videos that I did that were all very weird, quirky animations, and they're still live on this channel. I did have them unlisted for a little bit, but then I thought, why am I going to do that? It's part of my history. It's part of who I am. It's part of my creative journey. So I'm going to leave them there. So yeah, if this is interesting to you, if this premise that I'm explaining is interesting to you, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate any feedback I get, positive, negative, constructive, downright critical. You know, obviously I prefer if people weren't mean in the comments, but honestly, I don't get a lot of straight up mean comments. It's usually just people, I don't know, saying stuff that is either, I normally get either cheerleading or people that seem to be wanting to downplay what I'm doing, and that's fine too. Yeah, so moving forward, I'll be showing a lot more projects that I'm working on, but this is it. This is the experiment. And if you want to participate with me and learn with me as we go, that would be awesome. Just for my own reference moving forward, I recently started to upload content like you see here. The views have been abysmal. My most recent video has 6 views at the time of this recording. 2 of those views are my own parents, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so 2 of those views are my own parents that watched on their own mobile devices and commented. And yeah, so it's interesting to see how this type of content performs in a world that is very flashy, in your face, look at me. Because I'm not saying, look at me. I'm asking, do you want to view something real? Do you want to engage with something real? Because I'm a human being, you're a human being, and why can't we just be human beings, right? So yeah, that's it. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.